Cool.
So welcome back, everybody, down here at the bar. Turn the mic so it picks up Keith.
Oh, thanks.
Um, yeah, down here for the first episode of round 2 for the Sweet 16 Best Bottles of 2023 battle, something like that.
And we're going back to the double blind because going to round 2 here, we don't know what we'll be looking at, so it'll be a true double blind of what we got going on.
Yep, and getting some better matchups. I mean, obviously, if it's made it through the round 1, we had some stuff like the Elijah Craig C922 batch, which didn't make it.
Yep.
Unfortunately, what else went back up on the shelf? Eagle Rare.
Yeah, I thought that was going to move. It did not.
Mm-hmm.
And
Evan Bottle and Bond.
Yep.
That got knocked out.
For you, the Rochester Whiskey Russells didn't make it.
Yep, but that's still kicking in your bracket.
For me, it moved
on. And then
on.
that's 4 rows of small batch select, which is still in there.
Yeah,
there's a lot of good bottles still in there. And the nice thing about this is I think the only thing that's allocated that's on that list would be
a Stag.
Yeah. On yours.
Yeah.
The store picks, they're going to be hit or miss depending on the store. The Southern Star, actually, I was talking to a guy from the Rochester Whiskey Enthusiast thing. He came down for a pour, about a week ago now, John, and he was saying he'd never even seen one.
Really?
Yep. So he was asking a lot of questions about that. He tried it. He loved it. He said it was great, and he said he'll be on the lookout for it. I said, I haven't seen a single one since. So
where'd you get that from again?
That was at the liquor store up there on Main Street in Old Forge.
Oh, right.
The cigar shop.
Yep. It's not a huge place.
Nope. Really. And it was sitting up behind the counter, and there was other stuff on the shelf that I had, and I was like, well, if I kind of want to get something here while we were up there, was the weekend that we went on my family vacation there around 4th of July weekend, or the weekend before 4th of July.
Yeah, because I was up there the next week.
Yeah, right. There.
So, cool.
Yeah, and then the only thing on your list that would be allocated would be the Stag, and the rest of yours are just kind of store picks. And then the only other thing we have on here is Cooper's 100, which I got a shipment coming up from Tennessee right now. So
you do, really?
Yeah, I got
from who?
My buddy.
So I
got lots of buddies.
I was doing some research today. Interesting note for people watching. Where we go to my wife's family camp near Bradford. Mm-hmm. There's a liquor store in Bradford. Don't ask me the name. I can't remember. It's the first one that came up on Google when I did a quick search.
Gotcha.
That does a ton of store picks with all the brands we like.
Interesting.
And they had Cooper's for like $24 a bottle.
That's
next time
game on, especially if it's the 100. Make sure it's that 100.
I will. Yep. So no, it was the 100.
Was the 100?
It was the 100. So if anyone's going through Bradford, PA, there's a liquor store. Just do a quick Google search. It comes up. They have added their whole inventory online.
Because Cooper's knocked out the Eagle Rare for both of us.
Right.
Pretty handily.
And that's a really cheap bottle. I mean, under $30, right?
Yeah.
So. Just interesting little tidbit there on the Coopers because I'm always trying to get another bottle of that. So
I got a couple. I did some habitat cutting for a buddy of mine, and he asked to set a payment. He said he was making a trip down to Kentucky, and he's like, "Is there anything you're looking for?" I'm like, "I don't like to send people on wild goose chases. Like, I'd love a Weller, or
Russell's Rickhouse,
I don't got a budget for that. But, like Russell Single Barrels or something, you don't want to send somebody into a store that they're not going to be able to find.
Right.
So when I send, or have somebody going down there that's like, hey, are you looking for anything? I give them easy to find shelfers that we just don't get in New York.
Yeah.
Because of, distribution and stuff.
Am I using this?
Yeah, make sure you use the small side this time, buddy. You need to not overserve yourself.
Yeah, don't overserve yourself. It's not safe. All right, so we didn't do a warm-up off camera today.
Mm-hmm.
So he even started it and screwed it up. So today, I've been thinking about this bottle since I bought it. This is a Breckenridge from Colorado. This is a rum cask finish. What did you say it was? 90 proof?
90 proofer.
And I started the perforation before the video started.
You need a hand, Keith?
And I still screwed it up.
Okay.
I tried to cheat. It didn't work. There you go.
Ready? Quiet on the set.
I'll give it like a 7 out of 10.
A little wet.
So it's a little bit warm out right now when we're shooting. It's like 73, I think my truck's at on the way here. So Ben and I always talk about opening this up on a warmer day. And it's October.
Yeah, well, we're shooting this last week of October here.
So I figured this would be a good day to open this up. So I've never had this. The Breckenridge that Ben and I have had was pretty good.
I've actually never had a rum cask finish.
Neither have I.
So I'm just gonna like put a little pour in here. We're gonna have our thing and sip this in between this episode shoot and the next one, kind of. Not drinking the whole thing down, just kind of a in betweener to, split up the palate a little bit.
So a little tidbit: my favorite Scotch is a Balvenie Caribbean cask that's finished in rum, and it's one of my absolute favorites before I started drinking bourbon. So that's why I've been looking forward to this one.
I can smell the soap when I wash my hands this afternoon.
Oh, that's terrible. Kind of unique on the nose. I'm not getting like a lot of sweetness.
It's like an herbaliness, kind of.
Yeah, definitely more herbaceous.
Maybe like a tropical fruity kind of.
Yeah. I'm getting.
And you do. I actually now that I almost get like that Captain Morgan kind of spicy smell. That rum, that spice rum kind of smell.
Yeah, I get that, but I do get that herbaceous, fruity.
Yeah. But again, this is the first. I've never had a rum cask of anything finished stuff.
So this is
that I know of. Yeah, this is all new.
All new. Cool.
So cheers on the cheers.
A little bit of spice.
It drinks like a freaking rum. That's different. So if you're a rum crossover,
that's it.
I think that's a good place to start to get your feet wet into it.
Yeah.
For a finished product, it was $54. Yep. We don't know if that was MSRP or not.
That's right around there. Everywhere I've seen them is around there. But like now, so I bought this, a while ago, months and months ago. April. So everywhere I've seen it now is around 60.
Okay.
So, and that was $54 plus tax.
Yeah.
But now I see like 60 plus tax. So
interesting. It's not a bad pour. Again, this is something that I've been doing a lot more of, and it's all subjective too. So it might be something you like, it might be something you don't like.
Yep.
I think it drinks like a rum to me, and it tastes like they put, spice in it or whatever, like a spiced rum. That's just not my jam.
On the nose, that is a lot of rum. Like even as it's sitting here breathing a little bit more, I'm getting less of that
rummy herbal,
less sweet and more herbaceous.
More Captain Morgan.
Yeah, that just makes me think of Captain Morgan, and not a bad thing because I actually like before I drink any straight whiskeys or spirits or anything, it was a rum and Coke or rum and 7-Up type drink.
Yep. Pretty sure that's a 3/4 and that's a 3/4. It's tapered different.
Yeah. Can I have a pen, sir?
Sure. Of course you can. So anybody doesn't want to hear us just sit here and drink. They want to actually hear us talk about what we're drinking. So do you want to pick first, Keith, or do you want to go blind first?
I'll go blind first.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So as we usually do with these now, we're picking the bottles for the other person. We're going to pour them up for them and wipe out the glass between pours. So
yeah, where are the blue shop towels?
I got the white ones still.
Ah, jeez.
The white ones aren't gone yet. I'm not wasteful.
Okay. All right, good.
I'm not wasteful. So, yep. So I'll grab a couple bottles for Keith, and he'll go in the other room quick. Turn the blind eye, and we'll get rolling with this. So, first one up. Where do I want to go? Okay, I know where I'm going. Don't mind the mess.
I don't care about that.
It's better than it was, actually. So here we go. These are what we're going to have squaring off today. We're going to go A glass, B glass. Ooh, that cork's getting dry. I might want to make sure I put a little slosh up on that cork. So here we got our A glass. And give her a little wipe. So that's another little tip for you guys too. If you got bottles at home that have been sitting for a while, some of these ones we got in the best of series have been sitting for a while because they've been open since the beginning of the year. Give them a little swish on that cork, especially if they have a regular cork. It's really important. Synthetic cork, doesn't matter. It ain't going to rot. But these ones that have real corks like this, give them a little shake up there, get that cork moistened up again. It'll help you keep the corks from breaking off in there. Same thing if you have stuff that might have sat on a shelf for a while, something that was a couple years old in a store, some single barrel stuff or something that's a little bit more nichey that hasn't been, picked up very often. That's a good rule of thumb too. Is give your bottles a turn. I usually turn mine once a month, once every 2 months or so. We'll put these back quick. Take a little sip of whiskey. Keith, you can come back out, man. Yep. Well, they're all good right now. We're down to the final 8, so.
Cool. You're using the small end, right?
Yeah. Don't need to.
Nice.
White shop towels here.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Sparkle towels.
Sparkle towels.
Sparkle towels.
Alrighty, so I got a couple good ones picked out for Ben today, I think. I'm going to go grab those right now. Okay, this is what we got for Ben today. So, I'm going to write these down because I never remember them. So, A is going to be this one here for Ben today. And then bottle B, right here. Now I'm not going to screw this up today and use the small end of the pour. This is going to be B for Ben. Make sure I get the right one. Like I didn't do the last 1 week, is clean out the pour here so you don't get any contamination from one bottle to the next. Sorry, Ben, I'm too slow. So one of my favorite parts of this is seeing if Ben can guess what bottles they are when we're doing them double blind like this. So I think today's going to be an interesting one. We'll get Ben back here. All right, Ben, you're good.
I'm just gonna sit in the chair.
Yeah, just sit in that chair next time. Put your feet up.
Put my feet up. Relax.
I don't know. So I'm enjoying this rum finish.
If you like a little bit of rum or have that rum in your background, I think it's not a bad pour.
Mm-hmm. It's unique.
But I'm gonna only go like a 6 or 6 out of 10 on it. I think the price point there for what it is, there's a lot better stuff that fits my palate as I've been progressing and I've been tasting and sampling a lot of different distilleries as we all have throughout the expansion of this channel, which again, we really appreciate you guys tuning in, checking this out.
Absolutely.
If you do really like this, hit the like, subscribe button so you get notified when we drop these episodes on noon on Fridays. Yep, going right along with the Fresh Crack stuff. And we might bring you more episodes here in upcoming years as stuff gets progressing more. We make more time for this, slot it out, figure it out.
Yep.
But we really appreciate you guys tuning in the comments. And let us know what you guys are drinking and what you guys are thinking on the stuff we got going. So
I probably would only give that like a 5 for a bourbon.
6.
I wouldn't buy that bottle again. It's not something I'm gonna grab. But honestly, like on a hot summer day,
yeah,
I wouldn't mind that.
If somebody says, "Hey, I kind of like rum," I mean, I'd bet it would make you'd get kind of a vanilla-y kind of bring out from like a Breckenridge rum cask and Coke.
Yep.
I mean,
that would be a good mixer.
$50 was kind of expensive for
I wouldn't pay $50 for that or $60.
So anyway, so we'll switch these back. Or is mine written on the back? I just can't.
Yours is written on the back. Don't flip it.
Don't flip it. Okay. I just want to see what bottles I'm working with here.
He's cheating.
Okay, I'll put him away then. Jesus. Holy smokes, buddy.
I'm just
All
kidding.
right, fine.
All right, so you want to go first?
It doesn't matter. I'm going left to right. We haven't.
Oh, you're going to go left to right today?
Yeah.
Last time you went the other
Right to
way. You
left.
screwed me all up. Easy on the nose on this one.
I was mulching leaves all day today, so it was freaking dusty.
So he's going to be all messed up here. And obviously, like Ben said, like we're into the round 2 here, so all these are going to be really good. I think it's going to get harder to distinguish them for me, other than like maybe the stag.
I'm not getting like hardly anything through my nose. Where's these towels?
This one, for me, I'm not getting any uniqueness, not any crazy fruitiness or sweetness, but if I could say anything, more sweetness, or excuse me, like a fruity sweet. You get her cleared out?
Hope so.
Okay, I'm going in.
Oh, that's much better.
All right.
There's some crap in my nose. Going in on the taste.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of grapey, sweet, a little floral.
On the palate, a little bit of spicy, sweet, not super complex. I'm going to say that's like 100 or less for proof. Maybe a touch of like vanilla-y molasses.
That's got a real nice undertone of sweetness with that. Really easygoing, like a caramely. Really nice, and there's almost like a little hint of smoke with that one. Okay. Or barrel char.
This one is pretty one note for me right now. It's
this drink's very nice.
Really smooth.
Very nice. Sweet
with a hint of spice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, I got very little spice on that glass.
Not a lot of complexity.
Okay.
A little bit of that lip tingle.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, around that 100 mark, I would say probably.
Yeah, I would say mine's probably 100 or sub 100. I would think.
All right, I'm going to the second glass here.
Definitely a little more ethanol on this one.
I see. I'm getting like straight fruit sweetness on this on the nose. Like really fruity.
I'm burying my nose and I'm still kind of plugged up, but I'm getting kind of a molassesy smell. Like a baking molasses. Nice and oily.
This one, less spice on that initial palate. A little bit more of that, like caramel sweet on this one.
This one's got the caramel. This one I would say is more barrel char.
Okay.
And then this one's more smoky. But this is both of these are very good pours. That's the problem with these now is we're going to start really getting into the finish on this one though is what's a little sticking it a little bit further for me.
This one, my second glass here seems to be a little bit higher proof. I would say a little bit more of that tongue tingle, a little bit more complexity on the taste. But man, I don't know. I have no idea what these are. If I had to guess on these, I'm like 2. I'm gonna say I don't know. It's really I'm kind of up between the rare breed and the Knobton Woodsman or the Coopers and John Jay.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fair. Again, the only thing that's really putting this glass ahead of this one, both of these are very good. Both of these, and I think any of these on the list right now would be basically rebuys for me in my bracket.
Same here.
And that's where we're getting to with the point of this is, now we've kind of, unless it's a bottle that we're really looking for, like the C923 that I found the other day.
Yeah.
That Keith should have bought the other one, but he didn't.
I should have.
He messed up.
I did. If you find one of those, buy it. Don't even think about it, just buy it. Unless it's like crazy money.
Yeah. But, dude, it's... There we go. I'm clearing out a little bit. Yeah, that smells nice.
Yeah, I think my sniffer's broken today. This one's really hard for me, honestly. Like, they are so neck and neck. I get a little bit more sweet out of my first one on that second than on my second take here. And this is a close one. Really close.
Both of these are close. Both of these are kind of what you're feeling for the day. Neither one are overpowering, though. Both of these are very easy going, nice sippers.
I'm getting on this second glass. I'm getting a little bit more of the barrel, like a little bit of a barrel char.
Okay.
On that one, like I said, maybe a little bit higher proof on that, but for some reason I keep wanting to go back to this first glass.
That's sweet, dude. That's super sweet compared to that glass. Like really, really sweet.
This is going to be tough, but
that smokiness is gone from it.
It is okay.
On the second sip, anyway. Again, this is where I was glad that in the last matchup, Keith was pouring these like ounce plus, more like ounce and a halfers.
Way too much.
Yeah, it was. We were over serving a little bit, but it was nice because you could almost go back for that third little. What was that little bit and have that other little taste? Whereas this one, it's almost you got two tastes. Maybe if you bird lip it, you might be able to get 3 out of it. But I like to have a nice mouth coating kind of taste.
It's hard to evaluate it with a small pour, but when we're doing this, we usually shoot a couple. So going over pour. Ooh, man, I'm kind of stuck on this one. My second glass here has a lot more complexity. The finish is a lot stronger. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say this is probably like 110 plus, if I had to guess.
Okay.
Ish, around there. It's definitely over 100 for sure.
You think it's over 100? Okay.
This is 100 or less.
Okay.
If I had to guess.
Mm-hmm.
I get a lot more like lip tingle finish with this one.
Okay. Well, since you walked away first, we can do your reveal first.
Okay, so I'm going to put my B glass first and my A glass second.
Okay. So, Keith's second place today. Everyone home?
Yeah, I knew it.
Second.
Yep.
That single barrel Bowman that we brag so much about. But it's been open for a very long while now.
Yeah, I knew that was
Keith's first place, Cooper's Craft 100. I figured it was fitting because that was what we started talking on the episode with.
You know, it's funny because I knew that was the Bowman. I knew it. It's not just something. I had that sweetness, that really good finish. But the complexity in that Cooper's kind of won out for me.
Mm-hmm.
That John J. Bowman is still a wonderful bottle, but man, that Cooper's is killer.
Yeah. And I think that I have the same 2 bottles in my bracket, and I am going to put them in the same order. But the Cooper's just has a little bit more depth to it. Am I right?
Flip her over, you'll see.
Flip it over, he says, you'll see. Lost Monarch and Rare Breed. So that means I put the B glass, which is the Rare Breed. I didn't get the spice out of it, and it didn't drink as hot as I thought it was going to be.
Which it never does when we typically do that.
So Rare Breed knocks out Lost Monarch. Both of these delicious pours, and I've got that smokiness on Lost Monarch before. I almost thought that.
Yeah.
Just a little hint of smoke, like a fine barrel char.
Yep.
Both of these delicious pours, definitely would say the value of these is high 8s going into the 9s for sure on these.
Yeah.
Both of them will be rebuys, and I'm glad the Lost Monarch can go back on my bar so
you can drink it.
So I can finish it now. And then Rare Breed, I have plenty of reserves, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
But so the Rare Breed will move on for me. I got kind of stumped. I didn't think that this drank that hot. This
Lost Monarch?
No, the Rare Breed.
Oh, okay.
And it never does. We always say that. We always say it drinks like 100, 105. It never drinks hot.
And honestly,
and I got that char because they run that alligator char on those, that number 4 with the turkey barrels usually.
I'm kind of sad that John Jay didn't move on because I really thought that was going to be like top 5 for me or top 4.
You just wanted a chance to rewrite Rare Breed, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because you can't read it.
No, I can't. I was trying to write on the, what the heck are these called?
The bar tops?
Yeah, the bar tops of all the weird texture
mixers.
Things, and I screwed it all up. But anyways, so the Cooper's moves on for me. I'm not unhappy about that.
Hopefully we got a couple of them coming our way. Or if you're going down to PA sometime.
I won't be this fall, but in the springtime, I'll definitely be going down there.
Or maybe we'll make a trip.
Might have to. So for me, the Cooper's moved on. For Ben, the Rare Breed moves on. That doesn't surprise me at all.
No, it won my bracket for, and it was fairly handy.
Mm-hmm.
Just the depth that the Rare Breed had.
Yeah.
Over it, and I smelled the ethanol. But I didn't think it was that hot that it was going into Rare Breed or some of the other stuff. Yeah. Definitely wasn't sweet like a Weeder, and that's what kept me away from the Southern Star. There wasn't the spicy kindness with the Four Roses aspect, so I didn't think it was that matchup either. Mm-hmm. I thought it would be the same just because I got a little bit more barrel influence, you know, which the Cooper's is a heck of a complex bottle, especially for the price point.
And that drank hotter than 100 to me.
Yeah, it can, but it's the complexity, I think, that you get
absolutely.
that hotness
the complexity for me was there. The Bowman, the complexity felt a little flat compared to the Cooper.
It's been open a while, dude. That's the other problem with that bottle is it's starting to get open. Yeah. We ran into that with the McKenna that we bumped out of it when we picked, right?
Yep.
That McKenna I got up there in that decanter, I took it out of the bottle, and we tried it, and I'm just like, it kind of went flat.
Yeah.
You know, some of these bottles that you have open for a while, you know, they get flat. So I would say if you get them open, you know, if you can get them drank within 6 months to a year, that's going to be best.
Because this Bowman's been open
since the get-go. That's got to be since
March. That's the first bottle I bought for you.
March, maybe.
So that was after deer season last year,
or maybe January. January time frame.
Yeah, it was definitely after hunting season because that was the
bottle I bought. Been open almost 10 months.
Yeah,
so a year.
Well, as you can see, we like it. So I've been searching for another one of these John Jays. Every single place I go to, the place I went to today in Victor, they used to have them. They used to stock them, and they no longer have them. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, and we've talked to K&M about it. They were like, oh, there's a single barrel. I'm like, yeah, the single barrels can be very, very good. Yeah. We had another one. It was all right.
But not
that one was phenomenal when we opened it. Yeah. Especially when we got halfway down the bottle, and then we're like, we better slow down, because it was closing on that end of the year best bottle.
Yep. We had to save it, so sad to see it go, but
I guess it's still kicking in mind because I haven't had that matchup yet. But I'm looking forward to the next couple matchups here for round 2. I want to thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks.
If you enjoyed this episode, let us know in the comments below. Again, hope you subscribe to the channel if you like what you're watching. If you followed it this far, thank you very much. And we'll catch you all next time down here at the bar with another fresh crack or bottle battle or whatever the heck we feel like doing that night. So, thank you guys.
See ya.